which image or perspective do you have before coming to Makerere?
Quite a broad question, but briefly, I remember I had a very serious perception about the campus life generally, and I told, for example, lecturers, white. At times you have to wear, suits each and every time, it's like how people always drive, all students literally at Mackay always, also these guys always drive, eh? So it's like that hyped life.
So you thought everyone was driving?
Hype for everyone was kind of that life, high class. So, but on coming to Mackay, I just found that it was contrary to what I thought. Basically, it is a social gathering where each and every person of different, background is within the environment, and you know how gorgeous it can be. So when I come, like when I started my first lectures, literally I found out that it is just normal, classing just changes the name, at times even the faces. But literally this is the normal school life I've been having all along. But the only difference is that at times we have new faces. At times now here we considered as adults. We don't have to be pushed for compared to other levels of education. So here as an adult, and sometimes I was curious whether we have to ask permission or something. So like when I came here, like you consider an adult, you can choose to skip or to attend a lecture. So it was kind of fun. However much it was, I was a little bit disappointed.
Okay. How is the social life at Makerere?
Wow. So the social life, I think it depends. First of all, it starts with you, either like personally. For example, you may find that I'm not that social, but of course, when you go on interacting with people, you start engaging, and also the WhatsApp group that people make, like that WhatsApp group that we join, also make us to be somehow social, literally like to get more engaged. And another thing is it's also that I think it depends on the course unit. I'll give an example. Like at education, everyone is like actually 70%, I would say, people are social. Like for me, literally before I joined the Makerere University, I thought like it's a mind your business institution. But you get surprised that when you reach here, people are welcoming. People are really like they love to engage with people, like however much they don't know you, but they end up maybe asking you. They actually end up engaging, making people to join WhatsApp group. Yeah.
What do you find challenging at Makerere, especially at the School of Education, in your leadership career?
Oh, wow. A lot of challenges have been obvious within my career and basically my life at Makerere. But the side of few is that this is real life at Makerere. Like Makerere is like a nursery bed for what is literally going to happen, outside. So like a lot of challenges that leaders face. Times biased information. This is real politics where people have to to create something, to tarnish your name or something. It is a struggle where you have to fight to earn that trust from that particular person or a group of people. So always particularly in the College of Education, we have a lot of students, and I would say that it is not an environment where you find a group. You can find just one group. You always have to always find them in different groups and different colleges. You find they are not only at the college, but you have some of them at the pews, some of them at the corners. So at times these are kind of challenges leaders face. And another thing is that how best are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to serve? Because you either choose to serve because you can't serve minus sacrifice. So you have to sacrifice your time, you have to sacrifice your resources at times to always serve the best. And the time is like we have a very short period of time to serve. Let me say that for these leadership posts, for example, the GRCs, college leaders and stuff. So they have just little time to always serve, but you have to sacrifice to make sure you serve better. Still, you don't have to abandon your studies, so you have to make sure you sacrifice still, but you don't leaving your academics. Still about the challenges, like for example, if you are class rep at Makerere, it is something which is hectic. You lose yourself. For example, you find yourself, you used to have 330 text messages, but now you're class rep, and this is your first experience. You find that you have like 300 messages, and all these people always want assistance. Others want different things. So always have to attend to these students who have different, tests, and someone who you delay to reply, and then you find fire within your inbox. So at times you have to lose yourself in order to serve them best.
Okay. How was Wewe to you? The culture.
Oh, wow. The culture.
At the first time.
Yeah, at first, I didn't like it in the first place, because the first time I had it, we were in that conference hall, and of course it was like as if people were forcing you to say that culture, and actually it has, I would say it has its, what can I say, conditions, like you have to stand, and actually everyone was forced. I remember one time there's a gentleman who approached me and he was like, stand up, and I told him I won't, because I think I was a bit big-headed, because the pressure to respond to a year two guy that I won't stand up. So it was quite challenging, but of course later on I had to catch up with it, and actually I like it, though I don't say it like on a daily basis, but yeah, I like it because I mean it gives vibe. Yes.
Do you like Wewe?
Yeah, I remember my first experience with the couch at Makerere. At first, remember when these guys used to shout, because literally they shouted and they're like, oh, hell no, what is this? So, but at first I never, yes, just like she has said, I found it like disturbing. Like you have to respect the culture. Whenever these guys always stand up, they give the vibe. So it is a mandate. You don't have to sit. So you have to, at least you stand in honor of the culture. Okay, so as someone, this is a new environment, and someone is forcing to do whatever you don't like, you feel a bit offended in any way. But when you go on and you experience such a culture, because this is the culture that defines us. Because before I joined Makerere, I used to I'll see the Makereans, like when they go to different places, this is what defines them. Unlike the other universities where they introduce, for example, other universities and they just keep quiet, they stagnate. But whenever you're introducing a Makerere, you always expect that vibe. And I know even those organizers always very excited to host Makerere because of what Makerere brings on the table, how Makerere can behave, and so on and so forth. But on my personal view, I never, when I adapted to the culture, I fell in love with the culture, and when I came to know a little what it meant, Wewe is not all about shouting, but it's about experiencing what you have literally. You find that the way they recite Wewe in corners different from what the educators always. It is the way the guys at the law school always recite their Wewe is different. So this is something that makes you to bring out what you have in your heart. When you're an educator and you feel like you belong to that particular college, your way brings that, that zeal you have, and you bring out all you have from inside. So the culture at Makerere, at first you don't for the freshers. Times it is disturbing or you feel offended, but when you adapt to the culture, it is something that you should, and someone outside there, you should come into contact with, because this is what defines the Makerere, and this is what defines the Makerere College.
Thank you so much. Gender advice can you give to a freshman or fresh women who are having some bias with Wewe?
Yeah, of course, as I said earlier, that of course at first you may get irritated or you may get challenged, but yeah, like as you have said, it's something that someone uses to express their feelings, their emotions. Because at times when you listen to the words that are in Wewe, you find like you you end up listening the what the teachers, or for example, the challenges the teachers face, the emotions of the teachers. So I'll just advise the freshmen or the freshmen to, of course, you have to first adapt first of all, and also you fit in. That's what I can say. But of course, you don't have to be forced. For example, like I said, now I refuse to be forced. But of course, with time, you get to catch up with it.